So, what happens when you resist or refuse the narcissist Hoover? When you turn them down, when they try to creep their little sneaky narcissistic butts back into your life? What happens? How do they act? What goes through their mind? That's what we're talking about today, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back. Yeah, y'all. Yeah. The narcissistic Hoover. If you don't know what hoovering is, y'all, if you're new to my channel, if you're new to the world of narcissistic toxic relationships, if you don't know what hoovering is, it's when a narcissist or a toxic person does whatever it takes to try to get you back. It's in any, I call it any unwanted contact is a Hoover. Any unwanted contact could be a form of a Hoover, y'all. So that's why I try to tell people, like, if you're dealing with a narcissist or a toxic person and y'all have broken up and they're trying to reach out to you for whatever reason, they're trying to contact you for whatever reason, that is possibly a Hoover right there. You see what I'm saying? That is possibly them trying to come back into your life in some way, shape, or form. So that's what hoovering is. Like, what happens now? What happens when you turn down said Hoover? When you don't sorry y'all, my battery's going out. When you turn down said Hoover and you no longer want to deal with them, how do they act? What goes on in their minds? What do they say? So the first thing that a lot of narcissistic people are going to try to do when you refuse a Hoover is try to make you feel bad. Like, literally, they're going to try to make you feel guilty. They're going to try to make you feel like a horrible ass person because of how things have went down. They're going to try to make you feel like a terrible person. They're going to try to make you feel guilty. Well, you must really never loved me. You must have never really cared about me. If you can just walk away so easily, if you can walk away so easily, did you ever really love me? Like, how am I supposed to live without you? Like, what am I supposed to do without you in this situation? Wow, you really don't care, do you? They'll try to make you feel guilty. They'll try to make you feel bad, right? And does it work sometimes? Yeah, let's keep it hot. It does work sometimes. Narcissistic people can be very convincing, especially when they're crying and whining and begging and pleading and snot coming from their nose. They uncontrollable flatulence, like they're losing it everywhere, right? That happens. This is what goes on when you're dealing with a manipulative narcissistic person. They're going to try to make it seem like you have victimized them in some way, shape, or form by refusing to allow them back into your space, by refusing to break no contact, by refusing to let them back, refusing to let them back into your life in some way, shape, or form. Like, seriously, that's what happens. That's what goes on. So a lot of them are going to try to make you feel guilty as charged. Shout out Dewey Cox. But yeah, that's what a lot of them are. Because it works. Why do they try to make us feel guilty? Because it works. Why not do something that works for you? If it works, I'm going to keep doing it. That's just the mind of a narcissist right there, y'all. If this works, I'm going to keep doing it. Because why wouldn't I? You see? Another thing that a lot of narcissists and toxic people are going to do when you refuse to Hoover, when you refuse to let them back into your life, when their attempts to try to get you back don't work, another thing they can do is lose their ever-loving mind. They can lose their damn minds. They can literally lose their minds and start to rage out on you. This could be the most dangerous time, y'all, because when they are raging out on you, when they're accusing you, when they're saying whatever they're going to say, they can get very dangerous. The rage is real. That rage is as real as it gets. That rage is as real as it comes. Some of them will absolutely rage out on you and lose their damn minds because they're angry because you're not taking them back. They're angry because their hoovering attempts don't work. They're angry, especially if they tried to get you back in the same way before. right? If they tried to hoover you and it worked before, and now they're trying the same thing and it doesn't work now, a lot of them can absolutely become full of rage and come after you. When I say come after you, I don't mean like come after. Well, some of them, yeah, some of them will come after you physically. Some of them will come after you on the internet, right? Some of them will start a smear campaign on you. They'll get so rageful and whatnot, they'll start a smear campaign on you online, where they are just spreading lies, where they literally are online just lying their asses off about what has transpired in your relationship, about how you have gotten to this point and whatnot. They will do that. A lot of them will lose their minds and try to smear you and try to make you feel bad. Because guess what happens, y'all? When they start lying online, or when they start lying to your friends and family about what actually has went down, sometimes you reach out to them to get them to stop. You see, sometimes it can be bait. Sometimes them harassing your friends and family members and doing that type of stuff right there can be bait to try to get you to reach out. Bait to try to get you to break no contact, or whatever the case may be. It's going to be bait. So you have to be careful of that. You have to watch out for that, because yeah, they're going to try to bait you into having a conversation with them, or bait you into sitting down and talking to them, bait you into one final closure. You have to get one final closure, or try to bait you into clapping some cheeks, right? Put a baby in you, or get a baby by you. Watch out, man. Y'all gotta watch out for that. Yeah. One thing you absolutely going to need when you leave a narcissist is some bedroom discipline. I'm gonna do a video on that later. Yeah, my office is like close to the police department. I'm safe, but it gets loud, right? But yeah, and this right here might surprise y'all. Another thing that a narcissist could do when they are feeling like they are somewhat losing control of you, when you cut off access, when the hoovering is not working, some of them will disappear. Yep, some of them will absolutely disappear on you. Some of them, like I said, when I say absolutely disappear, I mean it. I mean, some of them will absolutely just vanish on you, seemingly out of thin air. Because you're trying to heal and grow and do whatever you're trying to do, this person will like seemingly disappear. And if you yourself has read up on narcissism, if you've read up on toxic relationship dynamics, if you read up on abusive situations of narcissistic abuse, you might be expecting them to hoover. You might be expecting them to reach out. You might be expecting them to start a smear campaign or go to your friends or family members. You might be expecting all of that. But some narcissistic people will shock you and just disappear. And this right here, yeah, could they be done with you? Let's say this right here. Could a narcissist that doesn't reach out to you, could they be done? Yes. But also, they could be trying to bait you into it as well. This is where the reverse Hoover comes into play. When, like, so just take me for instance. If I in my relationship dynamics, if I felt like the hoovering wasn't working or my tactics were not working, I would go radio silent. You know, because radio silence can breed this obsession from people. Because if you're expecting me to do this and I don't do it, it makes you start asking questions, doesn't it? It makes you start wondering, am I safe? What happened? Especially if it's outside of something that I normally would be doing. Right? If I normally am posting every single day about something and now I'm not posting anymore, you start to ask questions like, what's wrong with Lee? Where'd Lee go? What happened to Lee? Anybody seen Lee? You might ask your friends to look at my social media profile. You might ask your friends to ask about me. You see what I'm saying? It's very manipulative. So some narcissists will absolutely just vanish on you. Like if their hoovering is not working, or you're not accepting the hoover, and you are standing on what the young folks say, you're standing on business. If you're standing on business, right, and you're not reacting to them, not giving them the time of day. If y'all have kids together, you're not even letting them use the kids to bait you into unnecessary arguments or conversations, right? If you're not doing that, then this is the type of stuff that happens. Like, you really, really, truly have to be prepared for that. You really, really, truly do. And this is what happens. Like I said, some of them will go silent, and you don't want to reverse Hoover yourself, because if you break no contact, if you are the one that reaches out to me, you just validate everything that I've done. You validate all my feelings. You validate my thought process. You validate every single thing that you've been complaining about. Does not matter. Because why would you reach out to me if it's not okay? Why would you reach out to me? If this is such a problem, why are you reaching out to me? You see how that works? Do y'all see the mentality of manipulative, narcissistic people? Do you see how that works and whatnot? There's so many people deal with that. Yeah. So, but there's also the narcissist, right? That if you reject the Hoover, there's also those narcissists. There's certain sector of narcissistic people that will start accusing you of having someone else. Yeah, I know y'all. I know some of y'all might be waiting on that. There is that certain sector of narcissistic people that always gotta accuse you of having someone else. Yes, this can be a part of the smear campaign, but this could also be a form of them trying to Hoover you back in by spreading this to the kids and whatnot. They can start telling your children that you're cheating on them, or you don't want daddy in the house, or you don't want mommy to come back in. You don't want to move back in with mommy because you have somebody else. They'll start accusing you of doing this stuff, right? They'll start accusing you of doing these type of things. They absolutely will. So you got to be prepared, y'all. You got to be prepared to look. Some of them will leave you alone, but some of them are going to make you fight for your freedom. I know that sounds like a battle, right? Some of them are going to make you fight for your freedom, but it's the truth. Some of them are absolutely going to make you go back and forth with them for your freedom. They're going to make you go back and forth with every single thing about themselves. Like, they're going to accuse you. They're going to pop up. They're going to stalk you. They're going to harass you. Some of them will even threaten to harm themselves if the Hoover isn't working. Well, Lee, when will they get the point? Sometimes they might not get the point. Sometimes you have to force them to get the point. Sometimes you have to force them to leave you alone by getting a restraining order or an order of protection or full custody of the children or whatever the case may be. You have to protect yourself. It's not selfishness to protect yourself. Self-safety is not selfishness. It's self-care. It's self-love. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for riding with me to the end of this video. I know I rambled on a little bit because we get to the 13-minute mark. My course about healing from narcissistic abuse, finding your why, is available everywhere. Not everywhere. It's available on my website, mentalhealness.net. It's about 40 videos about healing from narcissistic abuse. Because it's Mother's Day month, you can enter the code MOTHERS, MOTHERS, to get 50% off, y'all. It makes it super, super cheap. You can get both of my courses for super cheap. 2 long courses for under $100 if you enter the code MOTHERS, and I guarantee you they will help you heal. They will help you grow, and they will help you understand what you've been through. Hit the subscribe button, y'all. I'm out. Peace. So I hit this button. Come on, button. Come on back on my camera. What up, y'all? What up? Before you leave, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't. It just helps us reach more people. Also, everything I have is available at mentalhealness.net. My coaching, my courses. I have a couple of courses that can help you understand and help you heal. And I also have a support group, all available at mentalhealness.net. Check my site out for everything, y'all, and I will see y'all later.